can hear me. As you can see, the setup is all new. I've just been having a lot of issues with them. Definitely gonna try to get everything patched up and fixed, but that's not really what we're here to talk about. So recently, the Captain Marvel film has been reviewed. Alright, so hopefully this is done right. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. I should have did that before I did this. Alright, okay. Just the perspective around the film in general. I just want to give my quick thoughts on that. Play some Apex Legends, see where we end up. First off, I think, and I don't follow Star Wars, so I'm just gonna kind of generalize what I've heard from that franchise. I think with this new wave of the, let's call it the female initiative, companies are starting to decide that since they have a female lead, that the viewer should automatically respect the film. The viewer should automatically like the film because the film is trying to be what's the word I'm looking for? Progressive. Maybe that's the right word. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section or in the live stream, whenever you're viewing this. And I think that's the opposite approach. Let me give you my take on it. If you're making a female superhero movie, why does the fact that she is a female have to matter at all? Why does it have to matter at all? You know, why not just make a great film? Right? Make a great film, and if the movie is good, then people are gonna like the film regardless. I think when you try to tell people how to feel about a film, I think that's when you get the controversy. When you start telling them, oh, since this is a female-led superhero film, you have to like it, it's progressive, yada yada. When you start putting that narrative on people, I think that's when you get the pushback. Nobody likes to be told how to feel about something. That's just the facts of life. You can't force a group of people, whether they're trolls or not, sexist or not, you can't force a group of people to feel a certain way about a film because you did something progressive. It just doesn't work that way. And I think that's the wet route a lot of ooh, my fault. See, that was my teammate. See, I started popping on him. Don't walk up on me like that. I'm dead. See, playing around. Where my homie at? Where my homie at? Oh! Save me, homie. Save me. But back to what I was saying. Oh, let me right there. Look, you ran off. Let me get popped. But while we're doing that, let me take this time to talk. Put this down for a second. I guess I can sit right here and charge the cords long enough. Don't worry about me. It's a new setup. I'm getting used to it. But listen, I think that the approach is completely off. You need to first allow the viewer to make their own opinions of the film. Let's take Wonder Woman, for example. It did have that progressive narrative behind it, but when you watch the film, Wonder Woman was a beast. All right, I wanted to use a cuss word, but I didn't there. because that was the feeling. But she was a beast. When you have her in the trenches and she's blocking the bullets, or she's going head to head with what's the dude's name, Ares. You're seeing a beast, and you respect the character because the character is solid, and that doesn't happen with a lot of these films now. You can look at Ghostbusters 2016. What else? What else is there? You can look at this Captain Marvel movie, where the selling point, and from what people say about Star Wars, that was the selling point of that film as well. The fact that they put a female in the film. And my take on that is similar to my take on the Black Panther situation. If you watch my videos, you know how I felt about Black Panther. I don't want to give you praise. I don't want to give you praise for putting black people in Africa. Simple. Like, what? Like, do it, make it well, make the film great. But don't expect me just to be like, oh, you guys put black people in Africa. You're so wonderful. I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like that's not legit. And I don't understand what praise you want for putting black people in Africa. That's what you should be doing. Black Panther's a great character. You put black people in Africa, I don't understand what the extra praise is for. Make a great film and then I'll praise you. I'll recognize, oh look, they just did a black-led superhero film. Even though Blade was first, but you know, whatever the case may be on that. But that's how I feel about the situation. Don't just want me to praise you because you're doing something progressive. Don't want extra props because you decided that black people should be in Africa, or that you put the female should be in the movie. I don't understand what am I giving you praise for? Just make a great superhero film, and it doesn't matter who is the lead of the film. Now, without having seen Captain Marvel, let's focus in on her for a second. Without having seen Captain Marvel, what I'm hearing is mixed, and it seems like, and I'm not a guy to believe in chills or people's softballing reviews, but it does seem like I saw one review today. I was watching the Schmoes Knows view. What is a 3.75? I don't like some of these reviews baffle me. To either I can't like necessarily not. I don't want to say the word respect. That's harsh. But I can't comprehend your decision. What? Where's he at? Why is he all the way over here and we're in the circle? I can't do nothing for you, buddy. Yeah, you should just go ahead and quit. What constitute a 3.75? Tell me what in your head was like, I watched this film and, 3.75. Like, these reviews are so garbage. Like, they just don't make sense sometimes. But I'm not saying their opinion about the film was garbage, but the rating system, what are you even talking about, sir? 3.75? I heard that, I was like, what? What is 3.75? You might as well just give it a 4. Just tell me, really, I like the reviews that tell me if they liked the film or they didn't like the film. I don't need all that weird stuff that people are doing. Oh, it's a 3.75. What is the scale? Can I get the scale you're using so I can judge it on the same scale? Because it's very strange. But what I'm getting from the film, I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent. If you watch the film, oh snap, I'm going out in a circle. Stop. If you watch the film, then you know that it just. I keep losing myself. I'm trying to focus, give you guys solid gameplay here. But oh, she dropped me. She dropped me easy. Oh, she popping. Oh, she got bodies. Listen. From what I'm hearing, some people like Brie Larson's performance, and others feel like she was kind of stiff. And I don't know. Maybe she was. I don't have any personal interest in seeing the movie. Like, I see it like this. I didn't see Ant-Man. I didn't see Doctor Strange. Nothing about Captain Marvel makes me want to really go see Captain Marvel. And when I did my trailer review for it, it seemed just like a standard superhero film. You know, there didn't seem to be anything special about it. I was like, oh, you need to go see this film right away. It's just, I don't get it. You know, so I have no interest in seeing the film. I'll probably watch some spoiler reviews on it. I did hear about the post-credit scene, no spoilers. But I don't know. I think the approach for people really has to change to these female-led superhero films or any female action films that they're trying to push. I think I haven't seen Alita Battle Angel, but I've heard good things about it. But I think Atomic Blonde, I didn't follow the marketing too deep there, but it seemed like they just made, I don't know about the quality of the film, but they seemed like they just made a movie. The character was female, and they let the cards fall where they may. I think that's the approach you need to take. Make a good film. Make a good film, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to matter most. You can put all the characters in it, you can put the Marvel hype train about it, behind it, but your goal should be to make a great film. And it was mediocre from some people. Some people seemed like they were kind of holding back a little bit on what they wanted to say. Am I going to disconnect? They were kind of holding back a little bit on what they wanted to say. Like, they'll give it a complaint, but then they'll but it's a great film overall. Like, it was very weird. Like, Brie Larson's on the Schmoes Knows review, for example, they're like, Brie Larson's character didn't connect with me very well, but I think her performance is great. So, but was her performance great if the character didn't connect with you? I don't know. That's my whole thing. When you're watching what's a good movie out there? When you're watching Infinity War, yes, I'm gonna give a Marvel movie praise. Surprise. When you're watching Infinity War, you don't disconnect from the character. I did personally after that scene with them almost getting the gun, but that's either here nor there. I'm not going into that right now. You don't disconnect from the characters and then be like, yeah, it was a great performance. Either you're with the characters or you're not. If the character can't keep you interested and engaged, then the film either did a poor job of structuring itself, or the script wasn't strong, or the performance wasn't strong. There's an issue there. There's an issue in the film if you're not connected with the character. So I don't know. Some of the reviews for me personally, it seemed like they kind of held back a little bit on what they wanted to say. The film may be great. I think it's going to be an average film. It seems Marvel doesn't make necessarily bad films. I just don't think they do anything special. And that's personally why I like the DCEU. Oh, I had a burst. Oh, they're going to do me like that? Kill her! Kill her! Help! Okay, alright. Alright. Dang, it was a freaking... That thing shot one time and did not shoot again. And how both these dudes gonna say, let's get on the ship? Listen here, this is a tangent. Pause the Captain Marvel talks for a minute. How in these games, Fortnite, Blackout, Realm Royale, if you play that. My little brother seemed to be very fond of Realm Royale. But Realm Royale, if you play that, how in these films or games, my mind is so scattered. It's been a while since I've done a video. I'm having trouble staying on topic. How in these games do you possibly suggest a location and then not go to that location? That grinds my gears more than anything in gaming right now. I could tolerate the guy on the microphone making weird noises, being weird, or playing some strange music. I can tolerate all those things. I can tolerate somebody not being good at the game. But if you suggest a location, we then proceed to go to that location, you need to go to that location as well. You cannot be the guy that does not go if you suggested the location. That's simple as that. That bugs me the most about these Battle Royale games. Don't suggest me a location, and then you don't go to that location. This is where you said to go. But other than that, let's get back to this Captain Marvel stuff here. I needed that tangent. I don't know. I think the movie's gonna be average. I'll probably see it eventually, maybe the second week. But I'm behind on a lot of things. I still got Aquaman. There's been a lot going on. The moving, computer messing up. PlayStation was messed up for a few weeks there, so it's just. I gotta catch up on a lot of things. We'll hopefully start cranking out these videos pretty soon again. But I think with these female-led superhero films, and I'm not a female, so if you're a female and you happen to come across this video, let me know in the comment section down below if you understand these things a little bit better than I do, because I'm just spitballing here. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section. But I think you have to just make a good film. Just make a good film. And then everything will fall where it needs to fall. So if you have, I don't know, Black Canary, which I think she needs a film. Like, she's next up. Harley Quinn is cool. I think she's more of a side character, not a main character. But Black Canary, get Black Canary, make her awesome. Make her cool. Don't do, like, girl power. Don't do all that. I have no problem with girl power, so don't start telling me I'm sexist or whatever the popular insult is. I have no problems with those things. But when you're but what you're doing when you do that is you're like, you're kind of isolating a portion of your fan base. When you start pushing the girl power, the hero, I don't know if that was real, but that's what I'm hearing they were marketing for Captain Marvel. But just make a super awesome female film and just let the female film be that. Just let it be that, and I bet you people will like it. Think about Suicide Squad. They didn't hype up that, oh, Margot Robbie's going to be in her first film, oh, she's the star. They didn't do that. And she blew up. Think about, what's another female character that's blown up recently? Man, I'm trying to think of one. I may be going, I know there's one off the top. I just can't think, but I'm sure you guys can think of some examples. But that's what needs to happen. Stop trying to push an agenda. Because right when you do that, there's going to be groups that either support it or don't. But if you just make the film, listen, if you just make the film, make it awesome, you're going to have people that just love it. They just love it because of what it is. That the film was good, so they liked it. Like, think about Quiet Place. You had the mom at the end, and she's shotgunning the little aliens. You got the daughter stepping up. Like, that was a good film. There was great female characters in there. I know there's a movie. The movie's at the tip of my tongue right now that I'm specifically thinking of, where there was a girl and she was like awesome in the film. Like, she was a beast. It's escaping me right now at the moment. But you can also, I don't want to directly compare it to Wonder Woman because I feel like that's, I don't know. I feel like that's, the characters are different. But if you look at Wonder Woman, they did have some of the girl power marketing there. But when you watch the film, It was Wonder Woman being awesome because Wonder Woman is awesome. I walked away like, ooh, Wonder Woman is cool. Because Wonder Woman is cool. Black Widow, that's who I'm thinking of. Black Widow. And then I feel like, is it Black Widow? What was I watching recently? Was it? Let me stop. Okay. So Black Widow, another person. Look how awesome Black Widow is. She never needed no like special attention. She just did what she did, and people thought she was awesome because of it. I don't know where the marketing started thinking that we have to tell everybody that we have a female-led movie. I don't know where this notion started that, hey, nobody's going to notice that we have a female cast unless we say it a whole bunch of times. Nobody's going to notice that this is a film with a female lead unless we say it a whole bunch of times and we dictate our marketing towards that. How about you make the female movie, let the movie be what it is, a film, hopefully an awesome one, and you just let it fly. Like, don't, it just bothers me about it. And I think what happens is once you pick a camp, whether you're on, the industry, the SJWs, I don't know, I'm not super into all that nonsense. Once you decide that you're going to do that type of marketing, then the people who are against it start getting called sexist. Because it doesn't come off as authentic to me. And everybody's different, so maybe when you hear that kind of stuff, you're like, okay, I get it. I like it. And I'm not a female, so you would have to, if you're a female, you would have to tell me. Ooh, popped him. Popped him. You see me pop him. But I'm not a female, so females will have to tell me. I just don't think the marketing is, you're dividing so much of your audience, especially when you're talking action films and superhero films. Regardless of what that females, girls, whatever the case, like action movies, video games, all that nonsense as well. The thing is, the majority of the audience is male, white males. Like, I'm even in the, like, there's like, that's the majority of the audience. So you shouldn't start off dividing that audience and making them feel like they have to combat with the other demographic, the targeted demographic. Good example here, I was thinking about this before I clicked on the live stream. Twilight. I know you're like, well, did this dude just bring up Twilight right now? I personally like the first Twilight film. The other ones are cool. I wanted to finish the story, but that film, I know it's not targeted at me necessarily. It's not targeted at me. But the thing is, I can watch the film and not feel like I shouldn't be watching it. Like, it's like, this is a girl, but like, there's no targeted messages, and there's no targeted messages in any of these films. Like, for some reason in action female films or action, like, for some reason they feel the need to target an audience and tell them this is for you. But if you're making the movie the right way and you know who you're targeting, then you don't need to tell those people that's who you're targeting. That's my perspective on it. That's just how I view it. Why do you need to tell? If I'm writing think about it right now. Right now, I'm making a video about Captain Marvel, live stream about Captain Marvel, whatever the case may be. And I don't need to tell people that want to hear about Captain Marvel that it's for people that want to hear about Captain Marvel. I don't need to do that because the title clearly says it, the content clearly says it. You don't need to do that if you're doing your job correctly. If you're doing your job correctly, then people are gonna know that it's for them. And that's just my whole thoughts on that. As far as Captain Marvel goes, I don't know. I didn't think Brie Larson was a good choice overall. She doesn't really look action hero-y to me. You know who would have been a good choice, I think? Like Kate Beckinsale. I don't know if she could do blonde, but she's a beast. She's always been awesome in all the movies she's done. You know who I would have liked? What's the girl in Quiet Place? Her name is slipping me. The girl from Quiet Place. I don't know. Brie Larson just doesn't have the action hero look. And when you look at the rest of the, and when you're like, she's an action, like she's a fisticuffs, in your face type of fighter. So she kind of has to have that action hero look. I don't think she has that personally. Maybe that's just my personal biases. You can feel like that's me, but I think you should have went. I would even prefer if they went with like not a lesser known character, actor, but someone who needs the role a little bit more. You know, someone who needs to revitalize her career. Like, isn't she like an Academy Award winner or something like that? An Oscar nominee? Something of that caliber. Like, she doesn't need the film. Like, when you look at Chris Evans and where he was in his career, Robert Downey Jr. where he was in his career. Like, yeah, they were having solid films. Actually, Chris Evans, I was watching a movie, I think it's like from 2006, called Cellular, with Jason Statham in it. That movie was legit, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. I need you to. I keep losing track trying to play correctly and not die. But this is difficult, man. Props to all the streamers who have to do this all the time and stick to a topic. But what happens is I completely lost my train of thought. I'm trying to find it. Lesser known actor, yada yada. Where am I going? I honestly don't know what's happening here. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm just running, honestly, and trying not to die. I guess that's the whole point of the game, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, it's already been 30 minutes? Yikes. Man, I completely lost track of my... I'm so garbage. So I think you just need an actor who needed the role a little bit more. Like, Brie Larson is going to be good regardless of Captain Marvel. You know what I mean? She's going to be good either way. I think you needed an actor like Robert Downey Jr. When he got that Iron Man, he made Iron Man. Like, can you imagine anybody else playing Iron Man? Like, who could, like, think about it. Could you see, what's a random actor? I don't know. Could you see, wow, the fact that I'm struggling to think of an actor. Tom Cruise. Could you see, Jason Statham, or whoever you want to go with? Could you see any of them playing Iron Man? I can't personally. Because he needed that role and he took that role. Whether or not it's comic accurate. Ooh, got him. Oh, I feel like the ammo here is so garbage, man. I feel like I'm popping them so many times. That's the one thing I hate about Battle Royale games. Another thing. Just in general. And I might have to change the title of this because whatever. Battle Royale, I feel like you never have enough ammo to just drop a body. That's the thing. You never have enough ammo just to kill somebody. There's always like full clip. That's why I like Call of Duty. Regardless if it takes 10, 15 bullets, I never feel like I have to put a whole clip into a guy. I never feel like I'm running out of ammo mid-fight. Like, Jesus, man. I understand there's armor and stuff in this, but it's just one of the most annoying things ever. Like, that you always run out of ammo. It's rare. I think it's rare that you kill somebody and you still have a good amount of bullets in your gun. So that's the one thing that bothers me about Battle Royale games. But you didn't care about that. So, moving on. Oh man. Where was I at? Let's get back to Captain Marvel's superhero stuff. I should have made the top general superhero stuff, but Captain Marvel, yada yada. The Skrulls are in Captain Marvel, as we all know. And I'm hearing that Ben Mendelsohn, which I know nothing about, I just said his name. I hear he's the star of the show. That has been consistent in each review.
Listen, I've been training all day, so it's about time we do some fighting.
That's what's been consistent in each review, is that Ben Mendelsohn is the star of the movie. The cat seems to be pretty well liked. Not surprising. Seems like Marvel has done a pretty good job of getting weird characters. Is that the right word? Weird characters. Their shine. Like, you got Groot, very popular. Rocket Raccoon, very popular. The cat Goose, I believe, very popular. So I'm not surprised that they were able to get the cat popular. When I was watching from, what is it, Beyond the Trailer? Is that the one with the Grace? Yeah. I was watching that, and she said that there's a retcon in the film that may upset fans. I don't know what retcon what. See, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with Nick Fury. I got me a weapon. Oh, I can sit back. Alright, that's cool. Probably don't need this charger no more. I should have played some Injustice. That's what I should have did. I've been loving that game. Speaking of Injustice, though, hopefully, did you guys see the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer? Hopefully you did. I'm pretty pumped for that game. I'm getting sick of dealing with the nonsense on Injustice. It's just, no, it's not that it's a bad game.
Backpack here. Level 2.
It's just that it's so much nonsense to deal with. And I found myself not wanting to play. I found myself just not wanting to deal with the game sometimes. But it's like the most competitive game I have. Like, I have NBA 2K, that's cool. I played Anthem, that's fun. I heard there's some people out there saying you can brick your system. I just went through a whole situation with my PlayStation not working. My hard drive was busted. So I can't afford to have no type of more issues. So there's that. obviously. I just can't afford to have any more PlayStation issues when it comes to that. We're probably going to go to about 45 minutes. And because I do actually want people to... I'm going to really try to shorten these down in general. Until I get my whole situation fixed with the videos, the microphone, the editing, yada yada. Like, everything is in disarray at the moment. So I do actually want people to feel inclined to watch these videos, despite them being very lengthy. But random point. Random. Also, I was thinking about this. I know Captain Marvel is supposed to be like the new leader of the, like she's supposed to be the face almost of Phase 4. But I'm thinking with Thor, listen, if you guys have seen my Infinity War review, I encourage you to go watch it. But I might have to make sure I get stuff fixed so I can make a video on this. But I do actually want to go in depth on this. Thor, I would love for Thor to be the new leader of the MCU. I know they're trying to slowly phase out the older characters, but the thing is, hey, don't even touch it, I'll kill you. Don't try to beat me to it, I'll kill you. But see, I keep losing my train of thought. It probably would have been even worse on Injustice, honestly. So maybe it's good that I didn't play it. I think with Thor, there's not an oversaturation with him in this character. You know? Like Thor, he kind of just recently hit his popularity with Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War, but I think there's so much more stories to tell with him. Like, aside from Loki. Like, because he hasn't really been able to separate himself from Loki as a character. Like, everything has been Thor, Loki, and rightfully so, they're very intertwined characters. But what if you can make him the leader, the new leader of the Avengers? Like, kind of like, think about, like, Criminal Minds, if you've seen that show. What if he evolved and was able to really lead this new wave of people? With Captain Marvel opening up the Galactic Front with the Skrulls, Kree, yada yada. Guardians of the Galaxy really started that, but I am so far away from my team. I am so garbage, man. I'm so sorry. I hate myself too. But what if you could make Thor the leader and just open up? You could really, and that would make sense to kind of open up the villains. Like if you really want to bring in Galactus or the Skrulls or whatever, whoever the case, he deals with the gods and he has all that universal knowledge of the Infinity Stones and there's all that, the Tesseract. Like he was the key of that. So I think that would be an interesting move for Marvel. And I think it would be really great for Thor's character overall if he were able to just slide in and lead the Avengers. It would be different. It would be very different. And it could even be like a soft leadership role. Wow, that was horrible. So garbage. It would be like a soft leadership role. Kind of like, think Power Rangers. Like the Red Ranger is the leader, but you don't really get that dynamic hammered home to you. I don't think you could do the same with Thor because, man, I think his popularity right now is at an all-time high. And if I think he's going to be even a fraction of the greatness that he was in Infinity War, I think Thor could really... I would have Thor be the leader of the Avengers, honestly. I like Captain Marvel. She's cool. She's good. Spider-Man, he's too young. You can't really have him leading a bunch of adults. So you gotta wait for Spider-Man. You gotta wait for Spider-Man to really find himself. I don't think they let him do that yet. I'm not gonna go into my whole rant on Spider-Man right now because I just don't want to. But they haven't let himself really discover who he is as a person, where he wants to be as a character, for him to be the leader. But Thor right now, his stock is at an all-time high. Oh my gosh, Thor is so awesome. He's really my second favorite. But so I think you really just need to let him blossom as a character, as a leader, yada yada. Another thing about these battle royale games, listen here, is that you really walk around doing nothing a lot of the times. It's really like, I see the appeal of them are fun, but like half the game you're not even engaged into anything. Like think about it. What are you like? Most of the time you're running around, you're gathering up loot. Hopefully you can find the best loot available, gold, shield, whatever the case may be. But the other parts of the game, this is like literally what has really happened in this stream right here. What has really occurred that's so like awesome? Nothing really, right? Like we're in a circle. There's 6 squads left. We have not came across a single body, and we ran from one end of the map to the other. And I think that's kind of like another thing I hate is that you're not constantly engaged. Like in Call of Duty, but you have to constantly be engaged to the game. And you're not really constantly engaged with these battle royale games. Like I'm really kind of bored here, honestly. Oh shoot! Oh, that's a decoy. And then things just pop off. You know what I mean? Like, it's strange to me. And then I'm hit from... I shouldn't have played this game. I should have played Injustice. I really didn't know how the connection was going to be. I'm glad everything seems to be working fine. Let me try to deliver these to you guys at the same time, all the time. It is currently, let's see. So it started 45 minutes ago. So 45 minutes ago it was, oh gosh. Now I'm exposing how garbage I am at math. I want to say I started about 11:30. Is that right? 11:30 is about right. So I'm trying to do 11:30. We'll definitely go longer in the future, but this is just where I wanted to keep it for right now. As always, guys, like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. I guess this is a live stream, but you know, the point still remains. Comment down below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on the latest things of Captain Marvel and everything that's going on there. Yada yada. But all that being said, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.